There have been two incidents that occurred the past few days. One made big news, the other not so much. What I'm sure everyone has heard about was Jim Acosta getting banned from a press pass in the White House. CNBC reports the White House has suspended the press pass of CNN correspondent Jim Acosta after he and the President Donald Trump had a heated confrontation during a news conference. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders released a statement accusing Acosta of placing his hands on a young woman just trying to do her job as a White House intern, calling it absolutely unacceptable. Acosta tweeted that Sanders' statement that he put his hands on the aide was a lie. Video shows the interaction, and it was quite uncomfortable. Acosta seemed to have no respect. I mean, it's not the Jim Acosta show.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President.
I was stunned by his behavior, but what is more shocking is not just the denials and the excuses the left make about this situation, but the lack of coverage over Tucker Carlson getting doxxed by DC Antifa, resulting in an angry mob showing up at his house while his wife was home alone. Luckily, his 4 children were not home at the time. I called my wife, Carlson told the Washington Post in a phone interview. She had been in the kitchen alone getting ready to go to dinner, and she heard pounding on the front door and screaming. Someone started throwing himself against the front door and actually cracked the front door. His wife, thinking it was a home invasion, locked herself in the pantry and called 911, Carlson said. What is so shocking is that the Washington Post says, but it wasn't a home invasion, it was a protest. I mean, are you kidding me? A protest. Could you imagine if this happened to a Democrat? They would be crying invasion. Tucker Carlson said it wasn't a protest, it was a threat, according to now deleted social media posts shared by Smash Racism DC, a local Antifa organization whose members have been tied to other demonstrations against prominent Republican figures. Activists showed up outside Carlson's home Wednesday and they had a message for him. Tucker Carlson, we are outside your home, one person could be heard saying on the since-deleted video. The person using a bullhorn accused Carlson of promoting hate and an ideology that has led to thousands of people dying. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about there. We want you to know we know where you sleep at night, the person concluded before leading the group to chant, Tucker Carlson, we will fight, we know where you sleep at night. In a Facebook post that included video of the gathering, the group wrote, fascists are vulnerable. Confront them at their homes. This is alarming, and I know all too well how this feels. In 2016, and on a separate occasion in 2017, after I moved from the other location in New York City, I had my address doxxed by Antifa. Twice. I remember the fear living in a left-wing city surrounded by people that hate Trump with my name, face, place of employment, which I lost after the dox. I remember being afraid to answer my door. I remember being afraid to walk to the subway or go to the corner store. I mean, I had been recognized a few times because of the dox, and the most dangerous part about it is that they claimed I was a Nazi who attended Charlottesville. I provided proof to Antifa that I was in fact in New York City at the time and asked them to please remove me. These people clearly don't care for the truth. They only want to start a war. They are determined to use any methods necessary to harass and ruin lives, but you won't see the media reporting on this. They didn't acknowledge the riots on Inauguration Day or the fire at UC Berkeley. They refused to name Antifa during that time, and they refused to even call this an invasion, a dangerous one at that. The media will continue to downplay the threats of violence by the left, but only choose to obsess over things like Jim Acosta's press ban. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, like and subscribe.